Hi, my name's Joan Clark. I'm making this tape to discuss the front desk staff scheduler position for Doctors Carter, Calloway, and Couch. And to introduce myself, I have 3 years of dental office experience. I worked for a general dentist by the name of Eldine Hard in Delaware, Ohio. I also have 3 years of claims insurance experience through the Travelers companies, and I did medical billing through the Sperian agency and for companies like the Diagnostic Clinic and the Department of Medical Finances. I also worked for a brief time as a medical receptionist for a physical therapist. And then I wanted to go ahead and discuss why you would hire me, how I'm unique, what we have to offer each other. And I would say why you would hire me rather than another candidate would be that I'm accurate. I try to always improve how well I do a job. I'm trustworthy. And a unique quality I have is that I naturally imitate all the people I meet, and if you ask me to do an impression of that exact person, I can't. I just incorporate it into my daily routine, and I've been doing that for a long time. I do it for everybody. And then as far as skills matching up, that of course would be scheduling, billing, insurance, that I'm clean and organized. And I think I did mention that, the employer is Eldine Hard DDS. He was originally at 182 North Sandusky Street in Delaware, Ohio, and then he went to 4511 Cemetery Road, Hilliard, Ohio at 43026. If you want to verify any information, you can do that through truework.org. And then as far as software, I have experience. I would say it's about at least over 13 years of experience with software. I'm not familiar presently with Dentrix, but I don't have any problem learning a new software if you're willing to teach it. I am familiar with IDX and another type of software. I think it's called Med Management. It's been a while since I used it. I did learn 6 software packages in 2 weeks at a bank. And then what I liked that the company offered is that no weekends working, that all my qualifications match up. And I was reading a little bit about each dentist, and I noticed they emphasized making people comfortable. I'm that way. So, also, as far as a weakness, I would say that I was born with a disability. It's something that I can improve. Of course, I repeat words, but if I just tell myself not to, then I'm able to change it. And I'm making tapes on YouTube. I was checking out how often I did that, and I was surprised to find out that I had definitely stopped doing it as often. Also, as far as applying that to a dental position, I started out shy being a receptionist, and by the time I left, I felt confident. I think that's due in part to my employer, who just told me to not worry. We're talking about HIPAA and confidentiality. I did recently get tested. Well, it was in 2018 here in Tallahassee, Florida. They gave us testing over HIPAA, and I passed that. And that employer was DXC at 2540 Executive Center Drive, Suite 200. The zip was 32301, and the boss was Deshaunda Brown and Walter Green. And it's talking about stress, how you handle it. And one time, I remember the doorbell rang, the phone did also, and I was assisting at the chair. So you just kind of smile and shake it off. And I thought it was important to make sure you're paying attention at the dental chair. Accidents can happen. So you do that first. You greet the patient and pick up the phone as quickly as you can. Just acknowledge that it's all happening directly. My prior experience was that I was the only employee in the dental office. At the end of the day, I had memorized about 16 duties I needed to do, or it was many, somewhere between 12 to 16. So I just had a letter that stood for each chore I needed to make sure that I did, and that's how I never forgot any of it. And then it talked about prioritizing, how you know what to do when, and I thought a big part of that is thinking ahead for disasters, what could go wrong right away. That safety, not speed, is important in the healthcare field. To be very clean and accurate. I always, when I opened an office, turned on the lights, the music, and got the trays set up so that everything looked ready to go, and then I did anything else I needed to. The last question on this was, have you gone above and beyond in customer service? And I think that was in the dental office, to know each person, what their interests are, not just their name. And so, like, we had a patient that had Alzheimer's. We had one that was 80-some years old, talking about having dental work done. Did we really think that she should go ahead with it? We had a volleyball player, a judge, and one of our patients was deaf. So I do still remember, and that helps make the day more enjoyable.